It's working. It's working. Okay. Wait, fully. Okay. Double check. All right. I know it's a damning title here. I'm a little bit tired. Yeah. Jesus Christ. All right. Yeah, you read the title. You know what it's about. Get playing into it. Hour IRL equals 1,000 online. That was something I was just thinking of by, I don't know, myself. Um, yeah, and the end of conspiracies. Yeah, so that'll be explained. And the internet exodus should also be explained. That's kind of straightforward. That one makes the most sense out of all of them. But all right, yeah, we'll start with the 1 hour in real life equals 1,000 hours online. Then we'll circle back to it at the end as it ties in. Yeah, it's our storytelling. All right. So basically, something I was stewing on is just like how much time you could spend online and not accomplish a single thing. Like really, not a single task. And I've really been online for everybody has, but been online for a while. And you start to think about all those hours and going, Jesus fucking Christ, like, fuck, I really should have made some different decisions. Everyone looks down that one. Uh, and you're right. You should have. You probably should have. I'm right. I should have made some different decisions, but you always have that option is still available to do that. So what I mean by that, I mean you can in real life learn how to drive and fly a plane and fucking. All right, yeah, you can do. I can go down the way, but 1,000 hours online, you probably learn how to build a bomb, some shit. I don't even know if I don't know what the rules are on here, but still, it's not as, it's not the same. You won't be, well, you might be as fulfilled, but there really are some serious benefits to just spending your time, not in the in this illusion thing. I mean, this thing is like really, it's really bad for you. It'll be studied, but that's for later on. Um, and it also sort of ties into the whole dead internet theory, which is obviously the internet is already like it might be 90% fucking dead. Like really, I don't even think people realize how deep it's already gotten. The whole thing doesn't have to be broken. This is why I'm kind of done with conspiracies because it'll leave the obvious stuff out on the table a little bit just for you to really jump to the big conclusion. The fucking and that means it's flat. That means maybe you can't trust NASA sometimes. Yeah, who knows? There's a lot of, but there's still want the whole thing. But yeah, that internet theory. It's like this thing is. I'm be nice. Call it like half. It's already like halfway there. Half that. And so everything you're seeing. I mean, even like I don't know how deep folks want to get out here. The reason I call it the end of conspiracies is because I've hit the end. I've watched the series finale. It was okay, and I'm at the end of conspiracies, and I just sort of sit here and go about my life, but I'll tell you what I learned. I'll give you all my tools here. I don't use anymore. I do use them still, but I got extra backups. And, I'll give you some tips to trade here. In the meantime, it's kind of vote for conspiracies. And another reason is like conspiracies aren't even like for they're not even conspiracies anymore. Everybody knows about Epstein, and everybody knows about every fucking thing. Like they'll talk about it on the Daily Show. Like you think you're still edgy, like you know something because you know about Epstein. It's not a thing. It goes so much bigger. And once you really start hitting some spots, you realize you're beyond the loaded in terrain of some folks. This is odd. Yeah, and at some point you just make a decision. Like, yeah, what do you really want to fucking do? But yeah, I still, I still dabble pretty deeply. Um, yeah, dabble pretty deeply. Okay. Yeah, a lot of it part that really shook me out was just, recently in recent history. I can put up with, a lot of things, but it was just the sheer amount. And I'm not even a big believer in loosh and the spiritual farming of people, and all this until until I saw the whole Charlie Kirk fiasco, and I really watched people sort of. I saw the real them. I said, okay, this person's. I'm not trying to. This is just touching back on our last story here too. Yeah, if you're not sure, you can watch that one. Really, yeah, but yeah, it's just like who really. After a certain point, it's almost like, oh, I get it now. It doesn't matter if it's real or fake, whatever, anything. It's like it's about the loosh, the effect. The loosh again is the spiritual harvesting of extremely negative or extremely positive emotion, any sort of thing where you can create this sort of event around some type of. Again, I'm not even into the spiritual conspiracy shit. That's like another realm. I mean, I dabble, I get it, but it's sort of sure. It's a lot about a whole as a whole type of stuff, which is I get it. That's fun too, but but that is what's going on. Anyways, so so they'll create an event around some type of what would you call it? A ritualistic sort of fuck. There's a name for it. Whatever the fuck is spiritual sacrifice thing. I don't know. They'll call it something. Sands, whatever the fuck. And around this event, there'll be some type of spell, and I don't know how the fuck they do it. It's extremely fucking like annoying, like theater kid shit. But they basically they'll create these events and then farm everybody's reaction to the event as sort of like their own harnessing of their powers to strengthen them. Any energy spent on it, positive, negative, anything. So I've really just been avoiding the whole thing because it's just a big fucking sloosh blood donation, like fucking recruitment thing. I'm like watching people really just go for it. And I'm in Arizona. I don't know if I should say, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's supposed to be the center of, but I did leave here a little bit. That's another part of it here. Which I'll get to here eventually. That was interesting. Yeah, but yeah. Basically, here's what I learned from my deep dive into conspiracies, and I'll sort of also end up circling back to this in a roundabout way. But here it is. It's extremely small writing. Oh, it's all rigged. Uh, and fake. Stop it. Stupid. And okay, and that's what that is, and everybody knows. That's the other part. Everybody knows this shit. It's really like not even fucking edgy. That's sort of the most disappointing part. You kind of got it's a point. Yeah, am I supposed to still be hopping in the same way? But yeah. See if I pull up and just get a good backdrop, cinematically speaking. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about this right here. Share screen. Don't even worry about this shit. All right. So we covered the Loosh farm, the Charlie Kirk Loosh farm. I'm telling you, and it is, I get it, folks. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, and they'll do this with everything. Like, again, all the Black Lives Matter stuff. Everything was a Loosh farm for a while. I mean, you can really look back and just notice like everything. You go, oh, they're farming Loosh, right? That must have been a Loosh fest over there. And you sort of get the idea. Yeah. A few ways to just spot, a psyop, a conspiracy. Well, yeah, if it's pushing any, again, fear, division, and even, I mean, doom to an extent, but yeah, I mean, doom. That's real. It's just too doomed out. Um, but also, once something's too big, too, we know that one. Let's see what else we have. Quick, stay put. All right. 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 I don't want to start calling out people that are too big doing conspiracies. I mean, I already did. I already do, but I'm just like I'm beyond it because even that's a loosh farm. That's like more, and it's all just like trying to take from you this like everything. I mean, it's about everything. Emotions, even your money, your emotions, your homes, your cars, every possible thing. And so you're better off, like really not even engaging. I mean, it's real shit. This goes kind of into the, yeah. Well, we'll circle back. Another playbook. So this is all part of knowing the playbook. Okay, which I still take with me, even though I'm not personally, as deep in as as at certain points maybe previously. But you get the bigger image. Once you get the bigger image of the game, you're not as stuck on how it happens. I kind of compare it to like all this conspiracy, political, fucking whatever the fuck jargon, massacre, shit stain is just basically it's like Madden, and it's Madden isn't football. Madden is fucking Madden. It's fucked up. It's even worse. It's like, it ruins friendships. It really does. And there's a few cheese plays, that you can always get past somebody. We can learn to shut down a couple cheese plays. You're in the game, but you probably have to do that with your own cheese plays and all types of bullshit. It's about these little quirks and the stats and the mechanics of the game. It's really some dirty stuff. I stopped playing Madden. Same way I stopped. Yeah, playing conspiracy. Really, at this point, I mean, I get it, but I'm like, yeah, the thrill is over. Whatever it was, and I'm still in it. I still get it, but yeah. And shit, I wrote this so small that it's like that was a really bad idea. Yeah, it goes back into this like, all right, the truth will set you free stuff, which is true, but it is also dependent. The value of that freedom. I mean, it's super philosophical on you. blue fucking melon, is determined by how you act on that knowledge. I will let you stew on that for a second. But yeah, no, it's pretty fucked up, and yeah, at this point, I get the idea. I don't need to be scrolling through infinite conspiracy videos from 2013 to get it. I mean, yeah, I could just run down a few. Two-party system's fake. It's a one-party system, and they'll push different policies, or they'll push the same policy. Okay, almost. They'll push the same policies under different mechanisms and moralities. These are all just tools for them to push the same shit for the same guys. You can look at that even right now with the censorship and the loose farm and the Charlie Kirk shit. Everyone they get them amped up so that they go out there and just, shit on everybody else's parade, doing the same thing. They're saying that isn't good to do. It's just how they get people in the fucking bullshit. Okay, so that one's fake. Two-party system's fake. And anyone pushing it is also corrupted. And, I'm going to put it compromised, whatever. There's something wrong with them. Or they're dumb. Okay, that's not off the table. Compromised or retarded. I've been playing it, and it's an intense game. Okay, it's intense. Next, I got another playbook. And just to put this out there, just casually, I don't know everything, and I don't want to know everything as well. That should also be out there. But yeah, just for your reference, and and I do. What else is just a real conspiracy? I guess you gotta run through. 9/11. And everyone knows 9/11's fucked up, and the fucked up thing about that is they still have all the TSA check shit going. Yeah, everyone knows it was not Al Qaeda and some box cutters, and what the fuck happened to Tower 7. Tower 7's just a punchline now. That's again another reason I'm leaving. It's like it's not even, everyone just jokes. The guy went down like Tower 7. People say these things. And you go, oh my god, I think I gotta just get out of here. It's not really the same rush that it once was. But yeah, that's a big part of it. God damn, I'm trying to just think of something that would really blow the melons off of people. God. Conspiracy. Yeah, I mean, there's something to every conspiracy, but once you really just understand that it's all very fake and very constructed, and really the only real things that you can actually tangibly confirm is the community and the people around you and the places that you want to go and the people you meet there, whatever. These are the most real things, and at the same time, the same things are trying to destroy actively. It tells you where to look for the things that are actually beneficial to you, as far as what they're trying to destroy. You'll own a home and have nothing. I'm really trying to do that. And also, I'll get around to why I think we, will prevail. Everybody here. Elton's saying, yeah, he's got an evil accent, the guy, and it's sort of scary when he says it, but I swear I think it'll all work out just fine. It's fucked up, but that's what it is. See what else. No playbook. AC's catching this. It makes it harder to read. To any of them. Oh yeah. Okay, and at the end, okay, out of every conspiracy, I heard this a while back. When I was diving through the conspiracy rabbit holes, or whatever you want to call them. And I feel like this is some real information that I caught it, and I'm not sure if I really fully understood it until you really go down the fucking rabbit hole. And I kind of got it. I got it at the time, but now, yeah. But at the end of it, all your all your conspiracy knowledge can just be folded into just being a guy with a life, with a normal, pretty much a normal life, walking around. I mean, that's really the entire, all of conspiracies can be defeated by just being like normal, living a normal life, living a good, whatever life you want to live, whatever you would call that shit. It's it's pretty fucked up just having people you love around you and shit. That would ruin all conspiracies. You just go, yeah, 9/11's an inside job. I love these guys. It just sort of goes flat. You go, I guess it doesn't matter. Um, yeah, just by having some love around you, and living a life, like it's really it. I'm thinking, not being trapped by their logics, being free of their ways of thinking about things, because you can be, let's say you can be all the shit, but they try to almost trap you, and the conspiracies are it's almost like another layer, like you're almost to the truth. You're not sitting there watching, you know, you fucking name it, whoever is, doing something, whoever's getting fucking on late night and bullshitting like they're gonna do something about the state of the world or some shit. All right, or hopping on fucking whatever, fucking Saturday. I don't know where they're going. All right, Bill Maher. I don't know what people do. All right, I'm just like, but you're ahead of them if you're watching conspiracy shit. But you're still trapped in like that last layer before you really bust through. It's like uh, you're past the machine guns on Normandy. There's still, you know, the machine guns can't quite see you, but there's still the bunker and people in the bunker and landmines and shit. You're still gonna get. Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit fuckery in that. The reason I use the shadow in the cave uh, imagery for the thumbnail there is because this is, I mean, that's pretty much fucking exactly it. I mean, you're sitting there watching Rachel Maddyke. You're sitting there watching uh, Alex Jones. Oh, whatever you're watching. Don't worry. Don't worry. They're both compromised, and you're not really gonna get any liberating information out of there. You're gonna be pretty much you're gonna be trapped in their shit even more. There's some study. I don't believe the fucking any studies. Once you get, I was always sort of a math guy. However, the math goes, it can always be fucked up. You can always just step on the shit, just like words. It's all to characters to be manipulated. You can lie with it. You can do whatever you want with it. Point being, uh, there's some fucking study that was like people that watch the news, the 24-hour news, whatever the fuck, are no less than the people that don't watch it, which is accurate because it's just a lot of misleading shit and just a lot of bullshit just going on, whichever one you're watching. And, and even with these, new guys that come on and they're all like, whatever, man. Yeah, whatever. They're new guys and they're on the internet and they're like, they're young and hip and cool, but they kind of do the same bullshit type of thing. You kind of start to put two and two together. How much do you really even need to be saturated in, and how much does it actually really help you? And these are all like, you know, normie questions. I think we underrate the value of being a normie, and what really is even going on there when someone is being a normie. Again, I've been recently trying to follow the philosophical class of Mark Norman recently, where this guy is just a random thing. It's fucking hilarious. It's just it's hard to capture, but he doesn't need to know about Tower 7 to be funny. I'm always saying that. I'm like, that's a superpower. The guy is just normal, to not entirely, but that's the edge to it. But it's still got this. I don't know. There's a philosophical class attached to the guy where I'm just like, because I'm out of conspiracies. Really, I get the whole thing. You can come at me with whatever. I the flat Earth shit, and then the flat Earthers get mad at you for not agreeing. I personally, I don't. I never got to that level, but I always give them their credit on the what's it called, the fucking firmament is the Van Allen radiation. I mean, that is pretty much the firmament. They almost toss in a couple things just to go like and then they hit you with the big, and it's flat and there's more land around which maybe I don't write off any conspiracies too. It's another big part of the playbook. I might just do a whole thing about the conspiracy playbook and how to stay out of these things and how to spot one and how to all this stuff. But it's really like yeah, you kind of get the gist. You get the gist after a while, and yeah, so we're gonna be trying to I don't know, trying to just get out of getting more into the mindset of Mark Norman when he's doing. I'm going. Uh, just go. That's normal. It's almost much more normal because I got every conspiracy. I'm like waiting for one I haven't heard. But I got them all. Yeah, they clone people. They clone all that. I could be a clone. That's all I'm saying. Who knows? But I think it's still very. Yeah, they have it. Sure, but it's I don't know how widespread. Got MK. They got paperclip. They got. We go down the fucking line. I mean, be here all fucking day. Um, and again, it's not fun anymore. Everybody just sort of gets it, and just sort of sit here and go, yeah, they're doing MK mass rollout, blue light. Mm. The blue light center it gets you, fucks up your brain. SSRIs, an MK drug, and so is that. People just say they don't give a shit. And they go, all right. Well, all right, good to know then. I guess that's sort of where I'm at here. Yeah, so really at the end of it, and I'm not even into the spiritual conspiracy shit, but it pulls you in because at the end of it, that's what you understand is like, oh, there's people that are really into it, and they run good chunks of our world, the world that we inhabit. No joke, and I don't want any smoke with them. I respect them. I think they're doing a great job, and that's great. So, but yeah, so they're out there. So it's good to know. It's almost like a Daywalker Blade type of thing where you kind of got to know it, but you don't want to be it, you know. But I know I get it. I'm aware of what's going on out there. Yeah. So kind of become aware of it, and so I told you about the Loosh farm. That's a big one. Heads up for those, and then the whole chakra fucking side of conspiracies, which isn't really like a conspiracy. I mean, it's real, but yeah, I mean, at a certain point, you realize what do they say? Like, love is the highest frequency, and it's fucking that's what they say. It is strong. That's not where they want you to be. You know that much. If you're operating on love and authenticity and abundance or whatever the fuck, these are all, like annoying. Yeah, but it's real though. This is the tools you need to then fight the people trying to loosh farm your fucking bitch ass. I'm trying to help you you guys out there. Whoever, whoever wants it. Yeah. Need to be better. Yeah. Best way to feed them is living a life that you love, a lovely, authentic, abundant life. Okay, I guess that's it's all the buzzwords. All right, I'll say it. I'll say the annoying part first. All right. So in conclusion on that entire thing, or really, it's a piggyback. I'm going to piggyback on that one. The internet is fake. Okay, and a psyop. All right. I want you guys to really take this home with you. I'm really like rationing my internet usage. So when I say like, I just got my Xbox gave out here, and I like purposefully avoided getting I just get another one. I'm like, it's all good. Got a laptop. Got this computer. It's old. Two phones. It's one of those. It's the functional one. But okay, but the point is I'm like purposefully withdrawing. And when I say dead internet theory, I mean like even in video games. Like how many of these guys, this is some shit I was just thinking about. Like while I was playing shit, I'm like, how many of these guys do you think are actual players? Like, and how hard would it be to really just fake some bots, and they do that shit. They did it in most recent Battlefield. I fucking didn't like it because they did that. It was very fucking annoying. They'd just be running around, just like, yeah, it looked kind of normal, almost normal. You kind of go like, how long have they been doing this? And I can't even play video games, just like and enjoy it, unless you're playing with people that and it's like, kind of a fun thing, or you can even just hop in some of these where it's like clearly that maybe that's probably not a bot type of games, but there, you can have countless fucking bots out there. I was just like, how many people are really even playing this? I've just been playing weird games that just like hook me for some reason. Yeah, and I stopped playing those too because it's just a time suck, time sink. It's you don't do anything. Nothing happens, and it takes hours and hours, and it's you just look up like get this right. Maybe Klaus Schwab is right. I should just get the fuck out. It's like it's not helpful at all. I'm trying to purposefully get away. I've been pretty good at that. I guess recently. That's one part of the internet being fake. There's something where there's like a lot of AI pictures on Instagram, and even like DMing people is fake. Like who's really in charge, and what is the goal, and who can control the messages latency, or when it gets there, if they see it, or if it even, but they can just sort of fuck with you just to engage, just to get higher retention rates on their bullshit. If the person doesn't get the message for 2 more hours, they check the phone 4 more times, fuck you. Well, we'll just do that and fuck you in the fucking ass. Yeah, okay. Well, that's like, yeah, that's the little things you think about. How much of this thing is actually even functional in the set where it's supposed to be, like the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, and that's real shit. Yeah, that's where the fake internet, dead internet theory doesn't really dive into these more intricate sort of things. This is me like taking my knowledge into the world, into the future with me. Yeah. So my advice for people in there rattling around in the internet, still just like is basically use whatever you got to escape. Any opportunity you have, any people, like it really, like anything. I was just randomly went on vacation with my sister and her friends to San Francisco. They literally had some random shit I would never really ask to do or whatever. But it was good. It was great stuff, and learned a lot. It was very educational. It was funny. It's funny stuff out there. Went to my first bar out there. It was crazy. And it was a gay bar, and it happened to be the gayest possible bar, which was really, I mean, as far as I know, because I walked in there, and the gay bars are all right. They'll pour you a little extra. I'm not gay, but I'm cool with it, I guess. But just walking around, that one, you have to go if you go. I'm like, that's just a good story. Like, fuck, I'm gonna check out the gay bar in San Francisco. It's a great fucking story. So, go in there. It's my sister and her friend. I'm just, and then what the fuck is up? And yeah, just get like a fucking whiskey or whatever. And so walk into this back part where it's like, it's just another hangout kind of spot. But then you look up at the screens, right? Where there would be usually perhaps a baseball game or basketball, football, and it was gay porn. It was hardcore penetration. I was like, I was like, this is a bar. First one to go into. Yeah, that's just a good experience, and that's what I mean again by like 1 hour in real life is 1,000 online. You could. Yeah, nothing will quite match that. I don't care if you spend 1,000, maybe 2,000 hours online, you might get something similar. That one might get you, but that just well, I don't even think I was in there for an hour, just looking around, just going, holy smokes. And and they have all these screens just synced up, just do the same thing. It's pretty good. It's pretty funny. It's good stuff. I get it. And they had this back room. Yeah, man. See what I'm saying? Gay guys they do it right in a lot of respects. That's why I'm like, man, must be nice just to be just fucking gay, dude. Is it really? I'm like, man. And they just had this back room where I guess they were just sucking and fucking. A guy tried to get me in there. I think he tried to trick me. And it's fun. I was sitting there just drinking with my sister. Just hanging out, and and he's like, I think he was like talking to somebody or something too, but he's a gay guy. But and that guy, he was like, hey, I wonder what's going in that back room. I thought the random in the bar. I don't know. I have no clue. But for a second, I was almost like, what? And then he went back there, and apparently in that back room, they just sucking and fucking and going nuts. Oh my god. I was a little bit like, but that's just kind of, it's pretty hilarious. It's beautiful. But yeah, and it's like, the gay guys got to figure it out. They just got a room where you just, let me get a glass of whatever, finest, whatever, anything. And then they go into the back room, just sucking and fucking back there. So yeah, they got to figure it out. They got to get talking lot, and just with the next one after that, and just kept drinking. And the gay bars will pour up a heavy glass. So I don't know, just remember doing that. They had a $3 beer night on the place. It was a strange thing to do, but really went there to see to go to Portola's, this whole fucking thing, this concert, and I'm not going to try to stay at it too long here because vacation and personality people are annoying, but it was interesting. So I was like, Fox, all these people, person, it was just random, random shit going on. It was pretty good. It was worth going to the beach, the ocean for the first time. It was very cold water, and then and the sand was warm. It was a good balance. It was a very ice plunge type of thing. It felt It was nice. Nice. It's good. It was foggy. It's for some of the days out there. It's very real fog. It is. It's good. Oh yeah, and the homeless. Oh my god, can't believe I almost forgot about this. This was like the first day there. Man, let me light this shit before I. Man, yeah. Hmm. They walk in there, driving around, and it was just the first day, just driving around, looking around. We saw the bridge and shit. It's cool. But before we went to the bridge, I mean, we're just going around and just like some course or whatever the fuck. You're driving through the city, and then out of nowhere, it's a chunk. It's a calm drive. It's pretty chill. Out of nowhere, there's just like spawned just like 10,000. I was just gonna say 1,000. I'm just gonna say 1,000, but it was all very condensed down to like one street, and like in a second, I mean, in a second, it was like we were just teleported into like the homeless dystopian. Like, I mean, it was like shocking. In one word, shocking. I said, I was looking around like, and they were looking at us, too. Is this? I was like, we're not supposed to be here, but I had no reaction, no shock because I was like, while we're still in the thick of it, while we're still in danger, I was just, trying to, just trying to stay calm. While they're looking at me, I'm looking at them. I'm yelling, okay, my heart's racing, and but yeah, so we get out of there, and I go, we basically managed to drive our way through because for a second, I'm glad, and Austin, he's driving, he didn't let off the gas. That's what I respect him for because he didn't he didn't look like he was gonna give up anytime soon. That was good. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, we get what's going on here. We have to get going. And then I waited until after really to react. I was like, oh my god! And then it occurred to me to take out my phone and try to document this because it was like, hey, I don't want to say safari because that's like fucked up, obviously, but I was like, this is, you know, this is too many. I said, this is like dangerous for. But I will say, the city of San Francisco, they successfully corralled them all right into like one street. That's the most terrifying thing you'll ever see. And so they pretty much solved whatever was going on there. It's a little bit spread out. There's a couple dispersed around it to sort of let you're getting warmer. Okay, but when you're really in the thick of it, don't let off. I mean, just don't. Just take it easy. Let me get a San Francisco. Yeah, I would show you guys some of the pictures I got, but yeah, shit, don't have. My phone is neither of them are charged. What about that? Sunny San Francisco is actually pretty foggy and cloudy a lot of the time. It's pretty nice though too. It's pretty good. But yeah, that's what they're up to out there. Um, what else? All right. Oh yeah, I thought we were done with the homeless. Oh my, and this was like seconds after, minutes after. We go to this Carl's Jr. we're, we're trying to go to Carl's fucking Jr. Oh my god, and it's like we pull around, sizing it up. We're looking in, and we see. I mean, there's no other way to put it than like the most dedicated security guard I've ever seen in my life. Like really, like he was like. I thought he looked like he was ready to die for the fucking Carl's Jr. And it was right next to the homeless. I was like, and it was the only clean spot. And I was like, you just know what it takes to really keep it that clean. And that guy was dedicated to the task, and yeah, scared the fucking shit out of me, man. I didn't want to go in there. We just drove off. We didn't eat that night. But yeah, that's San Francisco. And, Yeah, I saw the bridge, the fog. There was a broken rail on it. Got a picture of broken rail in the fog at nighttime. With the, wish my phone was charged. But yeah, it's a good one. Good city. Yeah, it's very expensive. Talking to some Uber drivers and shit, and they're just talking about how expensive the place was a lot of the time. Apparently, fucking Nancy Pelosi lives out there. I should tell you so. It's up there. It's not cheap. It's not gonna be cheap. No. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And I think I ran into a couple of those hammer wielding fellows in the in the San Francisco street shit, man. But yeah, went to the Chinatown, all this shit. Yeah, it's good. I say it's say, any break you could get from the internet, anytime you can get away from the same fucking repetitions every fucking day. Holy shit. Okay. Seeing this. Yeah. There we go. There's a long one. And first night stream. Holy shit. Alright. I'm using your default browser. Okay, that's on me. Actually, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, just get out and go do something. Yeah. Engage in real life, and that shit will show you that the internet's fake and a psyop. Because none of that shit is out there. Yeah. Hmm. And you're really hanging out more. Didn't see it. Didn't see any of it. Use whatever you get out. Yeah. Alright. This is pretty much, a lot of people already further, a lot of people are in there in different degrees of having solved this part, of life. Just going out there and living, having a good one. Just live your fucking life. It really is how to defeat this thing. Yeah, it's fucked up, but it's like very simple. Actually, it's a good story. It's a good fucking story. How to defeat this monster? How did you finally defeat this fucking conspiracy monster? It's like lived a life. Well, yeah, that is a good plot twist. So I give conspiracies that, and it's it's a lot of winding roads and rambling and babbling, but it gets there. Yeah, fuck, it is about just living your fucking life and being aware, of the fucking pesticides still and the whatever the fuck, but not like to the point where you're just rocking around in blue light lit rooms. Yeah, all the time. So you have to figure out how to use these things, find a balance, and live your fucking life. Get married, have a family, and all this stuff. Hang out with your friends, go party, do all the shit. I mean, it's really travel, whatever the fuck. You know, that's actually how you defeat. It's fucked up. It makes no. It's a great plot twist. Okay, for conspiracies. All right. So now, sort of circle back on this, on the conspiracies here. Um, and I also want to bring up Klaus, which he's stepped down, sadly. So he's now it's Think from BlackRock. We all appreciate. But yeah. So you'll own nothing and be happy. All this scary shit, and they want you to, ingest and just sort of, you know, psychologically just accept subconsciously, whatever you want to call it, spiritually, whatever you want to label the fucking thing. Well, I think we will ultimately prevail is because people are wising up. I mean, really, they talk about the mass awakening or whatever, but it's like it's really more of a mass like turning off of the frequency of this thing. It's a little bit of a different thing, but it's a similar thing. It's like you're just sort of tuning out of this entire thing. Jon Stewart and Tucker Carlson and Bill O'Reilly. I'm naming people like 10 years ago, but I mean they're still around. They're still in the game. They're still kicking it. Candace Owens and Hassan Abi, whoever the fuck, it's like people can be just turning off that frequency. And obviously don't do fucked up shit like kill everybody in Gaza and all this shit. Everybody knows. But again, this is shit everybody fucking knows. It's not even. I remember being there, a free Palestine guy before. Anything fucking happen, and I'm not looking for credit. I'm just saying I've noticed the difference in what it is to be, to be there doing that. And it's like, that's, I don't know. There's something about it where I'm like, I think it's settled. Like, even if you were there, if you noticed 10 years ago or something, you'd see like, this is something everybody knows. Everybody knows Epstein is fucking, fucked up to whatever. The whole thing is, it's really just a small piece of it. Everybody knows like the whole 9/11 is fucked. Everybody knows it's not. There's nothing to. It's not a thing to hang on to anymore. It's sort of just open knowledge. See, this is there. Point is, that's one reason we'll prevail. It's because everyone realizes this, and eventually they'll realize, the fear and the division games that get played in order to control people, using these fears and these divisions. There's an eventuality, really. But, yeah, it could take a second, I'll be honest. But either way, you gotta live with what you know, like, and keep learning shit. I'm still learning. Again, I don't know everything, and I don't want to. I don't think I want to. Doesn't sound interesting. And yes, there. Life will prevail because again, 1 hour in real life is worth 1,000 online. Like when you really think about that, you can really just do get a lot more shit done. I mean, just by really just taking real life. So, point being, here's this whole allegory of the cave. Get the fuck out of the cave. What are you doing? What are you doing in the fucking cave? I mean, it's real shit. It's trite and it's fucking stupid. Am I sharing this tab? Fuck. But it's real shit. Here's everybody. Oh, there's Candace Owens. Oh, there's Rachel Maddow. Oh, there's Jon Stewart. And you can change it around. There's Alex Jones, and here's, oh my God, it's Tucker Carlson. Oh, here's, you can keep going. Rush Limbaugh. I don't know I'm saying older. These are older. Well, that's the older one right there. And these are, the same companies that pay everybody, whether you work at fucking, InfoWars or SNL. They got your fucking ass in their fucking pocket. Okay? This is a little. This is the Federal Reserve that keeps this whole game running. Everybody gets to stay in here. And here's the lucky few that get to learn that they're in a fucking cave that they need to get the fuck out of. There's no reason to be sitting here taking in cave imagery. And I do love some of my cave images. I'm a big, again, Mark Norman he's like a philosophical teacher now to me. I'm like, fuck, to be this fucking just relatively normal in this fucking way. I'm like, that's fucking incredible. And, I'm still in there. Tim Dillon. Some people might know a couple people, and meeting CPs out there. Some of these are, and Kurt Metzger. There's a couple people out there still, but I can't. I'm not tapped into the same level where you're waiting till 10 a.m. on a Tuesday for the Joe Rogan episode. Which I appreciate Joe Rogan. I'm not trying to be Joe Rogan. I'm sure he doesn't give a shit. I'm sure he doesn't give a fuck. But yeah, but there's people that deep into this cave game where they're just waiting. Their life is dependent on what pops up on the fucking cave wall next, and they don't have a garden in their backyard, or people and places and things to do. And that's the game. And these lucky few find out, hey, we're living in a cave, and they use that information to leave the cave. They don't use it to keep fucking sitting there wondering what the fuck the duck's gonna do to say to the vase, and I don't know what these are supposed to be and what the tree's gonna be doing. It's like, who gives a shit? That is bullshit. I don't even, engage in this stuff. A lot of it is annoying. Just, high pitched tonal frequency, fucking what I don't like that. Okay. It's a ringing, screeching, scratching noise. Okay, I will get away from it. I leave the cave right here. You can see these guys are just getting used to the fact that there's a whole new world, a whole nother world that exists beyond anything that they've ever known really about in this fucking cave. All right, and that's going to take a lot more time probably to learn about than this whole contraption that's been devised for some reason by whatever the fuck. The Luciferian death cult or whatever the fuck. Who gives a shit? Leave the cave, really, is the point of it. That'll do it for me. My on the ground reporting live. Beautiful stuff. Until next time. Leave the cave. I want a better one. Till next time. Fuck. Till next time, man. Just fucking vibe high frequencies. Bye.